Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/citizenho. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello there.
Hola.
And welcome to episode 116 of Citizen Ho.
Welcoming
podcast
the
that we've
year
forgotten about.
2018.
It is our annual New Year's episode. Because we always spend New Year's together, so we do an episode.
And hey, how convenient.
Yeah.
New Year's comes every year. Who'd have thunk it?
So we'll try to do at least twice a month now. It's been a little hard to do weekly because of time. Kevin had to get a real big boy apartment and move out, so it's not as convenient for me, and I'm all the way downtown now.
Wah.
But we try to do them remote if we can. But
Yeah, remote. I'm not a fan of doing the remote.
why?
I don't know. It doesn't. I lose
We don't play
the
off-
feel.
yeah.
It's hard to play off each other. That just sounded wrong.
Yes, each episode of Citizen O is a circle jerk, folks.
Yeah. Well, maybe that explains the ratings.
But
Ha 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 ha.
so happy New Year, Kev.
Happy New Year, Scott.
So let's talk about 2017.
Oy.
For the most part, it was an okay year. It got better towards the end of the year.
I guess.
Kevin,
No.
not as much.
Yeah, shit happens.
But, got a new career. Got a new car the other day, which is really nice.
Ooh, fun. No,
But-
for me, started out positive. Just didn't end as
That was
quite
kinda-
so positive.
I was saying that the second half is really went downhill for you.
More or less, but really the second quarter or the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
basically.
Can we tell the folks what we're talking about or no?
Yeah, that's just personal shit. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay. Kevin has AIDS.
No, Kevin does not have AIDS. Kevin's not dying.
Now I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna miss you, bro.
Nah, no, you won't. You'll manage.
Can I just get Willed your DVD collection? That's all I want. Even though I probably have about 60% of them.
Yeah, there's no point. And the stuff that you don't have, you probably wouldn't want that much anyway.
Oh, I could go for the Sopranos box sets there, which is all on HBO On Demand.
Do you really care about the Beavis and Butthead box sets? No.
I have Star Wars. Why do you have Snatch?
Because I like that movie.
He is a really peculiar director.
Yes.
Like,
that was part of the fun.
Like, he did this King Arthur movie this year, and I'm watching it, and it's just weird, and
Yeah, well, he does a lot of weird pacing with the edits, and
yeah.
that's
Talking about
just
Guy
his
Ritchie,
style.
if you don't know.
Yeah, that's just his style. But that was it happened to really work well for that particular movie.
Didn't Brad Pitt have a really bad Irish accent in it or something like that?
No, he played a pikey, which is like an English-Irish gypsy. But I think he got the accent well because you couldn't understand him, which is the point.
No. Comforting. Have a character you can't understand.
Yeah, well, that's one of the wonderful things about, or the wonderful DVD features that's on that movie, is you can do English subtitles, French subtitles, Spanish subtitles, and pikey subtitles, which basically means there are subtitles only while Brad Pitt is speaking.
The DVD version of Galaxy Quest, they have the different audio tracks. They have English, Spanish, French, and Thermian.
Yes.
So the whole movie goes.
Yeah.
When you are drunk, that is hysterical as fuck to watch.
When you are drunk, almost anything is hysterical as fuck to watch.
Even me.
Yes, it's funny.
Not that bad.
No, I over-exaggerated it, but hey.
Yeah. I got drunk a couple weeks during work. It was bad a couple weeks ago.
Shame.
My boss took us out for a team lunch. We left at 12:30. We got back at 4:30. One of us didn't come in the next day.
Yeah. And that one of you wasn't actually you, so.
It was the young guy. So we both, me and the
Oh
old
man, yeah, you really had to make fun of him.
Oh, yeah.
He should have much
And
better
then
endurance
he
than
texts
that.
us at photographic evidence. We're like, dude, you broke the bro code.
He texted you photographic what a toilet bowl full of his own vomit.
No pictures of us drinking.
Oh, that yeah. Shame on him. Dumb kids, they don't know any better.
I have to go back to work tomorrow. Been off for a couple of days.
Yeah, that's what happens after the holidays end.
Oh, is that the original King Kong or is that a?
No, that is the original King Kong from the 30s.
Been remade twice since then, I think.
At least it was it was remade in the 70s.
The 90s. It's the 2000s.
Yeah, something like the one with Jack Black.
Yeah.
But I feel like there may have been some other remake of it at some point too.
And you haven't seen Star Wars yet. Bow your head in shame.
I'll see it.
So, spoilers. Kylo Ren and Rey have the greatest sex scene in the history of movies.
Yeah, I don't think so. That is not the Star Wars way.
Yeah. They're talking about nonsense. I liked it. I didn't love it. I'll try not to spoil it. I had a couple of issues with it.
Is there a lot of like boring stretches where like nothing happens?
The whole thing takes place about the course of about 18 hours.
Okay.
And
really? Rey trains to be a Jedi in 18 hours?
That's one of the pacing, like that pace, the way it worked, but you don't know when she got there versus when the B story was going on. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So she could have been there before the B story started, even though they started with the B story.
Okay.
I didn't love the portrayal of Luke.
All right. See, I don't get that. It's not like Hamill doesn't know the character, but
No.
He has
It
to
wasn't. It's not Hamill.
I know.
It was the director's choice, the writing.
Yeah.
He was a little too sarcastic, more for Luke Skywalker.
Okay, but I mean, he's supposed to be. I mean, obviously, he's much older. A lot's happened to him.
He was very cynical.
Yeah, and it sounds like he's basically like, and obviously, I don't know all the details, but I guess he's sort of like anti-Jedi or reluctant to train her or something.
He's dejected.
Okay,
he's failed.
Yeah.
It is life's work, and that's how he feels. It's like Hillary Clinton.
Okay. So, but then that would explain the portrayal. That makes sense then.
Visually, it's a beautiful movie. Some of the best star scenes I've seen. Like, there's this one scene that's one of the best looking scenes I've seen ever in Star Wars. We have a whining toddler in the room who's Max, you're interrupting me describing Star Wars. Stop it. But there's one scene where there's like the theaters had to have signs. There's a moment about an hour and 52 where the movie goes entirely silent. This is a director's choice. It is not an accident.
Okay, then.
It's just a visually beautiful scene.
Alrighty. So they actually had to warn people about that.
People, I guess, were complaining.
Probably. People probably start yelling out, "The sound cut out."
Yeah. But I liked it. I didn't love it. It's not quite Empire-y. There's a scene very reminiscent of Return of the Jedi, I felt.
Does it have Ewoks?
It has porgs.
Oh, is that thing that's like hanging out on the dashboard of the Millennium Falcon with Chewbacca?
They're not relevant to the story. They're cute.
Okay, then. Just what Star Wars needs, more cute furry animals that serve no purpose.
And at least they're not overtly racist this time.
Okay. Jar Jar Binks wasn't furry.
It was overtly racist, though.
Maybe.
I've seen a bunch of movies lately, actually.
You more than me.
I saw Justice League.
Okay, I think we discussed Justice League.
Okay. Saw Pitch Perfect 3.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that was like your wife wanted to see that.
No, I like those movies.
Okay. I have not. I think I started seeing a little bit of the beginning of the first one.
Anna Kendrick's on my list.
No. Okay, then.
And then I saw the
Fair
greatest
enough.
movie I've ever seen in my life.
What?
The Room.
The Room?
Yeah.
Do tell.
You saw the clips I sent you?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
That movie's stupid.
Oh, it's okay.
And I haven't seen that much of it. I've only seen bits and pieces. That's awful.
It is Basically, it's one of the worst directed, worst written, worst acted movies in the history of cinema. It's so good, though.
It's horrible.
Awful.
It's not watchable.
I made it through it.
I don't know how. I could barely make it through the clips that I saw. It was just like, this is how. No.
I think there's 3 sex scenes within 23 minutes of the movie.
Okay. Well, that's a plus.
The girl's not bad looking, but
Whatever.
it's all with the same girl.
Yeah, well, I would guess as much.
Basically, the concept of the room is it was directed, written, starring, producing by this guy Tommy Wiseau, who can't act, can't direct, can't write.
Can't produce.
There's like a scene on a rooftop that you could tell was like digitally done when they were like recreated the rooftop next door when they could have just done it on the rooftop. But he's like, it's Hollywood, it's a movie, you need to do it digitally. Yeah, see what's the George Lucas School of Directing.
Uh-huh. Oy.
I didn't get a chance to see The Disaster Artist though, which is a movie
about making the room.
Correct. James Franco's like up for a Golden Globe for this.
Up for a Golden Globe about acting as a bad actor.
Well, he directed he directed, starred in the movie, and starred in as well. So he directed, but he did it method acting.
Okay.
So he was always in character. So he directed the movie as the actor he was portraying.
Oy.
Who was
That-
also
now
the director. So he was directing himself, directing us himself
Yes.
in the movie.
Yeah, he was directing himself as a director of the movie.
The
The director of the movie about him directing a movie.
of a movie he was starring.
Yes. Like I said, it gives me a headache.
It's like time travel.
Almost. Just without the DeLorean.
Yeah, so back to 2017. So what were some highlights of 2017?
Robert Mueller?
Not yet. Someone is not happy.
Yeah, that happens. Especially when they get cranky.
We've only had, 4 indictments from Mueller?
Something like that. Yeah. It's probably not going to really lead to anything anyway.
I don't think it's going to lead to Russia, but I think it may lead to obstruction.
Maybe. We'll see. Time will tell.
Trump, he just can't unite people. All he does is divide.
Yes.
Even Bush tried to unite people. He never outwardly criticized Democrats and stuff like that.
No, I mean he may have complained about them, but he never.
He didn't support a child molester.
He never went out of his way. Well, the whole thing with Moore is kind of interesting because as soon as the election was over, he was like, "Oh, I knew he couldn't win."
Then why'd you support him?
Yeah, exactly. Because he wanted the votes in the Senate. That's why. He said that outright.
Someone asked me if it was me and I was voting, would I vote for the child molester or would I vote for the seat or would I vote for the party? My reply was I'd vote a third party if I didn't like either candidate.
Yeah, I guess.
There were over
I think it would depend on what my problem was with each candidate to a degree.
There was over 20,000 write-in votes. That was the margin of victory.
Oy.
Any other candidate could have won in Alabama except this guy.
Oh, Moore?
Yeah. But again, this is a temporary seat.
How many years does he have?
He has till 2020.
Oh, that's it. It's like he won it's like he's a congressman. He has to run again in 2 years.
Yeah, 3. Well, 2.
Yeah.
But it's better than having to run this year.
I guess.
Because Sessions was voted in 2014.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is all Trump's fault, though.
Okay.
He chose Sessions to be AG.
Whatever. I'm sure he assumed that. I'm sure one of the reasons he picked Sessions is because he figured that was a Senate seat that would go Republican. Yeah.
It's gonna be. Excuse me. It's going to be curious to see what happens with Congress this year if any of the houses flip.
Yeah, we got a ways to go for that.
11 months.
Yeah.
Well, campaigning is starting probably now.
Soon.
They're saying Ryan may not seek re-election.
Yeah, I heard there's been talk that he might retire or something.
Yeah,
Didn't
'cause
he say when he took the speaker job that he was only going to do it for like 2 years or whatever?
Well, he got his tax bill passed. That was the important thing, which fucked
Yeah.
everyone else. I did some math. Well, I prepaid part of my property taxes for 2018 last year.
Yeah. Okay.
Not for all of it, because mine are under 10 grand anyway. But I paid the first quarter. It was kind of annoying because I escrow my taxes into my mortgage.
Okay.
So I had to pay my taxes, get a copy of the bill, and then send it to my mortgage company, who then does an escrow reanalysis, and then they'll send me a check.
All right.
It takes 3 to 4 weeks. So instead of being out $2 grand for 3 to 4 weeks, I did it on a credit card. That way I get points.
Yeah. I do Max's daycare on a credit card, so I get points for it.
And I'll get it back before the bill. As soon as I get that check, I just send that to the credit card. I don't even wait for the bill on this.
Yeah.
Because if I put it in my account and sits there, I'll spend it. I know me. But that way I get some free points because we have a bunch of flights coming up this year.
Yeah. That's, well, yeah. Oh, yeah. You have your niece's bat mitzvah in November-ish.
Well, I have my niece's bat mitzvah was the weekend before Thanksgiving, which is a notoriously expensive time to fly. But we have to be there the Thursday morning before.
Okay.
Because they have the bat mitzvah plus thing.
Oh, they're doing that?
You remember that.
I didn't do it, but I remember
You didn't do it?
No.
Oh, you did Israel, that's why.
Yeah.
Did you do Israel before or after?
The summer after.
Oh.
And then I was bar mitzvah 2 more times over there.
And you got bat mitzvah once.
Yes, sort of.
Quick side note. So, in Hebrew High, we were in a rabbi's class. And we were talking with the rabbi, and Kevin goes, yeah, you guys sent me a certificate of bat mitzvah. The rabbi gave the best...
Not sent me. That's what they handed it to me on the bima at my bar mitzvah. It
and
was
the
a certificate of bat mitzvah.
rabbi's response is classic. Oh, that was you?
Yes. That was pretty good. I have to give him some credit for that.
And then Kevin's other thing is, who knows what Jello's made out of? Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Which is kind of disturbing now even more.
Now it's quite disturbing.
Yeah.
And the rabbi's response to that was pretty good too. Just looked at me and just flatly, no.
Was that the kosher class?
Yes.
Yeah. We took euthanasia like 4 years in a row? Death and dying?
We took the death and dying class every year of Hebrew High.
And our teacher made the same joke every year.
Yes, this has nothing to do with Chinese children.
Young people in China.
Yeah.
The good old days. And then there was
it was an easy course.
We took a course about Judaism in the movies too once.
Yes.
Okay. Can we see Basic Instinct?
If you can tell me what it has to do with Judaism, then sure.
Be fruitful and multiply.
Yes, I said, how about be fruitful and multiply?
No.
The answer to that was kind of similar to the Bill Cosby thing. No.
I think he gave you props for thinking that outside the box, though.
Maybe. He wasn't the type of guy that gave anybody props for thinking outside the box.
I think he went on a date with my sister after that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I have to be down there the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, like the week before. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly down Wednesday night, which will hopefully be cheaper than flying down the week of Thanksgiving. Stay through Thanksgiving and come back on Black Friday, which will hopefully be the cheapest day to fly that weekend. Because most people want to stay the whole weekend, but we're going to already be down there 10 days, and if I stay any longer, my parents might wind up like murdered.
Yes. They might end up dead. Or they might kill you.
The moral of the story is Marissa may be the only one living.
Quite possibly.
So yeah, it'll be nice. I haven't had Thanksgiving with my parents in like 6 years.
Okay, so you get to enjoy that.
See the brats.
Your niece and nephew.
Said the brats. Yours aren't at that age yet.
No, they're getting there, particularly my nephew.
What's he, 8 now?
He's 7. He'll be 8 in May.
When they get to be at 12 is when they stop being fun.
Okay, why? Well, I guess that's when puberty starts and they start getting all moody.
His voice finally started changing. I talked to him like, whoa. I finally was able to tell who was on the phone.
Yeah.
I never could tell the two of them apart on the phone.
Well, wait. Oh, he's 12, right?
14.
Oh, 14. Yeah. Okay. The 14 is about when I would expect his voice to start changing.
He's a little on the
sense.
shorter side too, but
Yeah, well, he might sprout up a little bit in the next couple of years.
No one in my family is that tall.
Yeah, well, that was the next thing is you don't have nobody there is that tall.
On the
either,
other
so.
side, there's some tall genes.
Okay, so he could sprout up.
His
I mean, he will get bigger, but
on his father's mother's side, they're very tall.
okay.
Except for her. Like her sister is like 6 feet tall than.
Oh.
Really? But Raina's tall. I think she's.
Isn't she like taller than he is?
I don't know if they still are. She was at one point. He wasn't happy about it.
I'm sure he was not.
I think she's gonna wind up taller than him though.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll manage. He'll deal with it.
And what else happened in 2017? Lots of people died. Oh, I can't think of right now.
Ugh. I saw something recently that like listed all the people who died. Tom Petty,
yeah.
Chuck Berry.
Oh yeah. Well, whoever died, we can't think of you.
Didn't Carrie Fisher die in 2017?
She died in 2016, right at the end.
Her and Debbie Reynolds were right at the end.
Like a day apart.
Yes, so within like a week of each other.
Okay, I opened my phone to look at something and I saw a random Facebook status. So what does one do with 5 pounds of leftover pork?
Carnitas.
Look, it's slow cooked carnitas.
I made carnitas a couple of times. It was good.
It is bitter cold here in New York City today.
Oh, yes.
We were sitting and watching New Year's, laughing at all the people who were in Times Square.
In Times Square? Yeah.
We're old and boring, so we've never done Times Square.
It's okay. I don't feel like I missed much.
Just feeling in your legs?
No, I got to keep that. That's why I didn't go.
I never had the desire to go.
Neither did I. But then again, we grew up in New York. We've been in Times Square tons of times, so
I avoid it like
wasn't
the plague.
that interesting.
Like I'll walk on like 9th or 5th Avenue to avoid Times Square.
I think when I was a kid, I used to ask my mom, like, "Can we go to Times Square for New Year's?" Because I would see it on TV, and I think her response was,
"No,
yeah, no, it's insane over there. You don't want to go."
I was always in Florida.
I think she said, like, when you get older, if you decide you want to go by yourself, you can. I'm not going.
Well, we were in Florida most New Year's.
Well, you were. I wasn't.
I've spent a couple with your wife before you were married.
Yes, I'm sure you did.
What
Did
are you doing?
spend one on a roof? You mentioned Facebook. Now I'm looking at Facebook.
Okay. No, that was with Schneider when we peed off my parents' roof.
Oh, off the roof of
I don't think that
their
was New
apartment
Year's.
building in Florida?
Yeah.
You peed off that roof?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
I don't think that was New Year's. It might have been. I don't remember.
Christmas?
Maybe Christmas.
Uh,
There was one year we did it in Hilton Head, South Carolina, or North Carolina. Is that North Carolina?
I think it's North Carolina.
Yeah. It's an island. Who cares? It's the South.
Ugh.
We're old and tired.
Being up late makes me tired. I'm terrible.
Remember when we could stay up to like 3 and be fine?
I don't know about be fine, but yeah, we could stay up till 3. I was never good at staying up super late. I mean, I could do it at times, but most of the time I would
The
get
last 2
pretty
nights
wiped
before
out.
New Year's, I was like, I couldn't sleep, so I just went to watch TV.
And
upstairs, I fell asleep after 1, and she gets mad at me. She's like, "Why do you go to bed so late?" I'm like, "I can't sleep." I've been watching a cartoon on Amazon, Thunderbirds Are Go.
no, I just wake up ridiculously early.
Even if
Like
you go to bed late.
5:30 in the morning.
What time did you wake up today?
I woke up at like 5:30.
Why?
I don't know. It's just an old habit.
I think you
Then
need
I
to
could
get a
still-
warm
I
glass
could,
of
like-
milk before you go to bed.
No, I went to sleep, and I stayed asleep.
Do you have to pee? When you
No.
get...
Sometimes after I wake up, it's like, oh, okay, I'm up. And then,
Do you fall back
I
to
have
sleep?
pee. Sometimes I do for a little bit.
If I'm up before 6:30, I'll usually can fall back asleep. If I'm up before on a
Now,
weekend,
one of the problems is get up at 5:30. Like during the week, I have to be up not that long after that anyway, so it's almost pointless to go back to sleep.
do you know what I hate? When you get up like 5 minutes before your alarm is about to go off.
At that point, it's just like, well, I know I have to get up anyway.
We're not good morning people.
Yeah.
Like, my alarm goes off at like 6:45, and I get out of bed by like 6:55, and I'm ready by 7:25.
Yeah, see, we usually wake up at like 6:15 is when we actually get moving.
At least he doesn't wake you up at like 4.
No, most of the time, no. Sometimes he does, but then at least he'll go back to sleep.
I'm still at him slapping you across the face.
Yes, it does happen occasionally. Not in a while, though. He seems to sort of understand that he's not supposed to do that now. Although he'll still put like his hands on either side of my face and just move my head back and forth because he thinks it's funny.
That reminds me, I was watching Hook was on the other day.
Okay. I
There's
don't
a
know how
scene-
that would remind you of Hook.
I'll explain it.
Do tell.
There's a scene where the Lost Boys are trying to decide whose side to go on, Peter or Rufio's. And this little boy puts his hands on Peter's face and starts molding it to make him look younger, like smoothing out his wrinkles. Oh, there you are, Peter.
Oh. Okay, then. I've
like
only
that
seen
movie.
Hook like once.
Rufy. Oh. He was on a podcast I listened to not so. I think it was How Did This Get Made?
Was that actor in other things later? I just remember him as being some dark-skinned kid.
Racist. He was Filipino.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Do we have to look this up?
To Wikipedia.
To the internet, period.
Rufy. Oh.
Rufio, Hook. Dante Bosco.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell that is. He's an American actor, voice actor, and dancer. Known for his voiceover work in video games, movies, and TV shows.
You got fat.
Okay.
Filipino.
All right.
Let's see what other movies he's been in.
Well, he is dark-skinned.
Trying to see if there's anything I recognize in here. Naked Brown Men. Dante.
Okay.
Badasses.
Ew.
He played the gangly Asian in Badass.
Aw.
I actually think that's Danny Trejo. Yeah. It's not a porn.
That sounds like a gross out porn.
Badasses. Moesha.
Like all cottage cheesy and yeasty.
Avatar. He was in Entourage. He had Fukijama in the episode What About Bob?
Okay.
Ultimate Spider-Man. Star Wars Rebels. So what are we looking forward to in 2018, Kev?
Sleep?
Sleep.
No, I don't know. Success, health, and happiness. Sure.
Some good movies supposedly coming out. Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War.
This is
Ready
true.
Player One.
Ah, yes, Ready Player One. There you go. I do plan on seeing Star Wars at some point in the next couple weeks. So,
How have you avoided spoilers?
who says I've completely avoided spoilers?
So what do you know? What do you think you know?
No, I read one like spoiler review that told me it gave some general information about what happens, but doesn't really go into a lot of detail as to how you get to those points. But it just talked about like I guess there's some scene where it looks like Kylo and Rey are going to team up and they help each other out, but then they sort of move in their own directions again afterwards. So it seems like Kylo is still the villain while Rey is still the heroine at the end.
There's one thing that happened in the movie that I didn't like at first, but then I had time to reflect on it and I really understood it. It was a part about it was something about Rey and just more about.
Oh
her
yeah, and they
backstory.
said something about like Rey's backstory is basically that her parents are like nobodies who just left her on Jakku.
Do you want me to confirm or deny that?
Whatever.
Okay,
I'm not
that is the truth.
okay.
But then, if you think about it, why do you have to be a Skywalker to be a Jedi?
You don't.
So anybody can be a Jedi.
It wasn't about being a Jedi. I think it was about the fact that the Force was strong with her.
Yeah.
That's what made people think she
I
was a
hated
Skywalker.
the
Although
last-
I didn't buy into her being a Skywalker because it just didn't add up. Like
Too
you
much
would think
coincidence.
you would think Solo would have recognized her and known more about her. So that didn't make sense. I did read one theory where they said she was related to Palpatine because of the British accent. That would have been interesting, and then it would have have her being pulled more to the dark side.
I hated the last scene in the movie. It was very non-Star Warsy.
Okay, that I don't know. I don't know what that is, but
the fight with her and Ben that happened was probably one of the highlights of the movie.
Her and Kylo.
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, I know that's his real name, but why do you mention him as Ben? Does he go back to his name Ben Solo?
Well, that's all she called him.
Oh, okay then.
And there's a special guest appearance by someone.
Vader, Yoda.
I refuse to. I'll leave that as a surprise for you.
Obi-Wan
Give you a
Kenobi.
clue. His name may or may not rhyme with Bar.
Yeah.
You're really
Why?
going to do that?
Wouldn't he be dead by now? Think about it. So you meet
the
Jar Jar when
You don't know the
Anakin.
lifespan of a Gungan.
You meet Jar Jar when Anakin Skywalker is a little boy. You see him later when Anakin is a teenager.
But you don't know what the life
And then
expectancy of a
briefly
Gungan is.
when he's somewhere between, let's say, 18 and 23. Maybe a little bit older. So let's see, you get about 30 years until 4, 5, and 6.
And another 30 years.
So it's probably somewhere in the range of 60 to 70 years later.
But again, what is the lifespan of a Gungan?
I don't know and I don't care.
How
you know
old
what?
is-
It shouldn't be more than 60, 70 years. And that much significantly more because Jar Jar was already an adult Gungan.
No,
by the
it
time
wasn't
you
30
meet him.
years between episode 3 and episode 4. It was 19 years.
I guess.
Luke was 19 at the beginning of episode 4.
Fine. So you're still talking about 50 years.
How long's a year?
Who cares?
Answer the question.
A year for us, it's one of Earth's rotation is around the sun.
You're talking about a galaxy. You don't know what the increments they use there.
No, but they're still
And
humans.
it's far, far away.
Whatever.
And it was a long time ago.
Whatever.
And on that note, pay
We're
some
applying
bills.
human time standards to another galaxy because that's all we got.
Why don't you go
And
pay
then
a
what you
bill?
were saying? Go pay a bill? Fine. Go to www.audibletrial.com/citizenho and you can sign up for a free 30-day trial account and get a free audiobook download. There are thousands upon thousands of titles to choose from, such as
A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle.
L'Engle. I read that book.
By Hope Davis.
Did you ever read that?
Nah, I need to.
Yeah, you probably should.
It's a book about time travel.
Yeah, kind of.
And there's a cool movie coming out about it.
It's weird, though. From what I've seen in the movie, I can't, apply what I've seen in the movie previews to what I remember from the book.
When did you read the book?
The last time I read it was at least 15 years ago and probably longer.
You read it multiple times?
I read almost everything multiple times.
I've been stuck in this one book right now. I need to finish.
The only things I haven't really read the only thing I never finished Fellowship of the Ring, and therefore never went into the
Yeah, I
other two
can't
books in
finish
that
those
series. That was just too much. I just couldn't get through that.
I read all the Harry Potters multiple times.
See, there you go.
And the Judy Blooms.
I'm sure I read those multiple times, but
Were you a Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing?
maybe. Uh-oh. Somebody's a fetchy pants.
Apparently she's never heard of chloroform.
Aw, my son's upset.
Your wife is torturing him.
Yeah, what else is new?
We're going to have to call CPS.
That's what we do all the time.
So I'm still
You
trying
mean
to...
ACS?
What?
You mean ACS?
Child Protective Services.
Yeah, no, it's not called the New York. It's ACS. Something Child Services.
So I still don't get why the dogs are civil servants in Paw Patrol. If there's humans.
We're back to Paw Patrol.
I have 3 toys in front of me.
Yeah, so they're my kids.
Does he have them all?
No, he just has those 3 that he got for Hanukkah. So why are they civil servants? They're not civil servants. They're part of this guy Ryder has this team of dogs that he summons to help him help him
Guy,
help
he's
people
like a
in town.
6-year-old kid.
He's more than 6.
8.
Ryder? He's 12.
Where are his parents?
Who cares? It's a kid show. They don't need parents. Just like a John Hughes movie.
You know what's been on a lot lately?
Weird Science?
St. Elmo's Fire.
Has that been on lately?
Marissa made me watch it the other night.
Oh.
I have a couple of issues with the movie.
St. Elmo's Fire, which
Yeah.
I've never seen in full either.
Really?
Nope.
That's like one of the classic 80s movies.
I know. There's a lot of movies that I should have seen that I haven't.
Okay, watch that today.
Maybe.
I mean, one of the guys just has this obsessive compulsive relationship with this girl, which is a little weird.
Okay.
And it's Emilio Estevez's character.
Ooh.
And then there's... It's funny, you see all these people, and then the one girl is like, I'm like, who is she? All the other people are like Brat Pack legends, and then this one girl.
And who is that one girl?
Mayor Whittingham.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. But Demi Moore, Ali Sheedy.
Yeah. Molly Ringwald?
Was it Molly Ringwald? Or
I don't know if she's in it or not.
I think it's Ali Sheedy.
No, I know Ali Sheedy's in it.
Yeah, I don't think Molly Ringwald's in it. But then you have Judd Nelson.
Yeah, Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall's not in it.
No, I'm just naming Brat
Judd
Pack
Nelson,
people.
Emilio Estevez, Rob Lowe, and Andrew McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy.
It's 4 guys and 3 girls, yeah. Someone is not happy right now.
Yeah, that happens. Especially at this age.
Sounds like someone's
They always
getting a
find something to be unhappy about.
Sounds like someone's getting a timeout.
Quite possibly.
And not a cool Zach Morris timeout.
No.
Have you seen those videos?
Although that means he may go to sleep.
Have you seen those videos on Facebook where it's like Zach Morris is the worst human being alive?
I probably have seen some of those.
Some of the things that he
ago.
made Screech do over the years, it's like he really is a bad person.
Yeah, that was sort of the point.
That was a great show.
But then he atones for it and says, "No, you're actually my friend, Screech."
He is not happy.
Yeah, that happens, especially at this age. Because when they learn they can't get their way on everything.
I still have that trouble. When I don't get my way, I kick and scream and cry.
Yeah. It's very effective.
Tis merely a flesh wound.
Uh-huh.
What is that?
It was a thing. It was basically holding up a picture that we got at Melissa's cousin's bar mitzvah, which happened right before or right after our wedding. I think right before our wedding, a couple of weeks before. That crazy remote control car that just moves on its own. And continues to. Or do you have the remote?
I
and you're
really
playing with
don't.
it? Okay, because something's
I think the house is haunted.
Haunted?
Haunted. There's a ghost in this apartment.
Uh-huh.
His name is Leroy.
Could be. It's an old building.
And you're in the Bronx, so he'd be black.
Yeah, but we're in Riverdale.
Oh, yeah. His name is Moisha.
Maybe it's Patrick.
A lot of Irish here.
Northern Riverdale more so, but yes.
Not like Southie.
No. Southie apparently is becoming very gentrified now too.
Really?
Yeah, I think I was researching South Boston for something. And the Wikipedia article said the last 10, 15 years it's getting gentrified.
There was a Simpsons on last night a couple of days ago, where they moved to Boston, and Bart wanted to become part of the Irish mob, so he was hanging out in Southie. Look, I'm hanging Ryder.
Oops. You dropped him.
Let's hang Marshall. Why do I know these things' names?
Because you've learned them and you were asking about all their names.
Zuma. He's useless anyway. Mike thinks Zuma is they underused and that it's racist because of that, because he represents a black dog.
Okay then. What are you...
I'm hanging Zuma.
Why?
Why not?
And he's not useless. He's the hovercraft dog
What do you need a hovercraft for?
to travel on water.
Why is there no boat, dog?
Because you have Zuma with a hovercraft.
I Zumba, Zumba, Zumba.
I don't know.
They should have Zumba, the exercise dancing dog.
No.
Will you stop playing with that?
I like to. It's amusing.
You're a muse.
It's got water and 2 dice and some kind of gelatinous muck.
Is that a technical term?
Yes.
So, movies?
Yes, movies.
There's this crap coming out this week?
Yeah, well, it is just New Year's week. It's not a big movie week.
That doesn't happen until like May.
Alrighty, so this week we start with Insidious, The Last Key, starring Lynn Shay, Josh Stewart, and Kirk Acevedo. Brings back Lynn Shay as Dr. Elise Rainier, okay, a parapsychologist looking into the haunting of her own family home. Alrighty then.
So I'm guessing it's a sequel?
Yes.
Rotten.
I'm going to say rotten.
Molly's Game. Jessica Chastain, Idris Elba.
Well, this one actually seems interesting.
Yeah, Michael Cera. Molly's Game is the true story of Molly Bloom, an Olympic-class skier who ran the world's most exclusive high-stakes poker game for a decade before being arrested in the middle of the night by 17 FBI agents wielding automatic weapons. Her players included Hollywood royalty, sports stars, business titans, and finally, unbeknownst to her, the Russian mob. Her only alloy was her criminal defense attorney, Charlie Jaffe, who learned that there was much more to Molly than the tabloids led us to believe. It's written and directed by Aaron Sorkin.
Okay, so it'll be preachy, but it'll probably be good.
I'm going to go fresh.
Fresh. Blame, starring Quinn Shepard, Nadia Alexander, and Chris Messina. It's the start of a new year at a small suburban high school. Oh, goody. Abigail, Quinn Shepard, is an outcast who seeks solace in the worlds of the characters she reads about, much to the amusement of her manipulative classmate Melissa, Nadia Alexander. When an intriguing new drama teacher, Chris Messina, casts Abigail over Melissa in Arthur Miller's The Crucible, Abigail's confidence blooms, and soon her relationship with Jeremy begins to move beyond just fantasy. Melissa, fueled by vengeful jealousy, begins to spiral out of control and concocts a plot against Abigail. This triggers a chain of events that will come to affect everyone around them, as well as reveal some dark truths.
That can't
Dun,
be
dun,
good. Rotten.
Yeah.
Devil's Gate. Milo Ventimiglia, Sean Ashmore, Bridget Regan. When a woman and her son mysteriously vanish, FBI agent Daria Francis, Amanda Schul, is dispatched to the small town in Devil's Gate, North Dakota to investigate the number one suspect. Religious fanatic Jackson Pritchard, Milo Ventimiglia, husband and father of the missing persons. But when Francis and local deputy Colt, Sean Ashmore, arrive at Pritchard's foreboding property, they discover much more than they bargained for, lurking in the basement.
Yeah, rotten.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have Goldbuster, starring Sandra Ing, Francis Ing, and Alex Fong. A quirky internet star, a pair of retired gangsters, and the black sheep of a prolific family of herbalists are a few of the oddball tenants that call the dilapidated apartments of Humble Grove home. Fearful of being locked out by a ruthless property developer with his eyes on the building, they've stayed inside for years. So when supernatural incidents befall them all one night, instead of running, they turn to flamboyant ghost hunter Golden Ling to perform a most unusual exorcism.
I'm going to go fresh on this. This sounds amusing and foreign film cred.
I don't know if this is foreign film cred or not.
Look at the cast.
Yeah, I know.
What say you?
All right, I'll go fresh on it just because.
Madtown.
And because it's a comedy, so maybe it'll actually be fun.
Madtown. Milo Ventimiglia, again. Rachel Melvin. Amanda Ade. A troubled young man, Briggs Ventimiglia, flashes back to the demons of his past when his sister is released from a 20-year prison sentence for the murder of their parents. Briggs must confront his estranged sister and deal with the past, while fighting to protect his future and the life he has rebuilt for himself.
Okay.
Yeah, rotten.
Yes. Next we have Stratton, starring Austin Stoll, Connie Nielsen, and Dominic Cooper. Stratton, a special boat service operative for MI6, and his American counterpart Marty scope a laboratory complex in Iran in order to intercept deadly biochemical weapons. This most complex of missions goes spectacularly wrong, however, and in the mayhem, Marty is mortally wounded.
Not Marty.
Yes, Marty. Stratton knows his trusted friend isn't going to make it. Back at base, Stratton is summoned by the big boss at MI6. She has received intel that a former Soviet operative, Bodrovsky, has gone rogue. Thought to be dead for the last 20 years, it is believed Bodrovsky has planned to take revenge on his former paymasters by using stolen chemical weapons. From here on in, Stratton and his team must draw on all their training and experience to race against time and stop the unimaginable happening.
Rodden.
Yes.
Surge of Power. Revenge of the Sequel. Vincent J. Roth, Nichelle Nichols, and Robert Picardo. Surge's nemesis, the Metal Master, is out of jail trying to reconcile with his estranged parents and tempted to continue a life of crime by Augur, arch-nemesis of the Wise Omen. Augur sends Metal Master to Las Vegas for mysterious crystals. Needing more crime-fighting help, Surge activates the artificial intelligence in the Surge Mobile. Augur emerges from the shadows back in Big City, causing Omen to step into the fray, which alerts the Council, a supervillain cabal bent on world domination. Facing more enemies than ever before, Surge must do whatever it takes to save mankind.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Rodden.
Yes. The Strange Ones, starring Alex Pettyfer, James Friedson Jackson, and Emily Althouse. Mysterious events surround two travelers as they make their way across a remote American landscape. On the surface, all seems normal, but what appears to be a simple vacation soon gives way to a dark and complex web of secrets. Rotten.
Sounds good. It's January.
No, it doesn't sound good. Hence rotten. Ha 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 ha.
Ba-dum-bum. To Flickster, my friend.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Damn it, load up.
It's your internet.
No, it's not. It's your app. My internet is just fine.
Once again, the Flickster.
Good Lord. You always complain that your app is slow.
So how about them Bulls?
Eh.
How about them Giants?
Oi.
They won a game.
Oh, goody. What is that, 3 on the season?
Yeah, they finished the season 3-13.
It's terrible. Then again, the Cleveland...
Okay.
I think it was the Cleveland Browns were 0-16.
They actually pulled it off?
Apparently.
Okay,
They've set a mark for futility.
Insidious: The Last Key. No reviews yet. The Strange Ones. Rotten. 58%. Woohoo. Blame. Fresh. We got that one wrong. Stratton. 0%.
Okay then.
Devil's Gate is fresh. Barely. At 60%. Madtown. No reviews. Start looking things up. Goldbuster.
Excuse me.
What are you doing?
Going to shut off that damn car.
Kevin is getting frustrated by this possessed car. Goldbuster. Yao Ling Ling. No reviews yet.
Oh, darn.
And Surge of Power is the last one. No reviews yet. Yo, but I saw the poster and it looks awful. So I'm gonna
Oh,
go, we got
Lord.
that one right.
Okay then.
All right, folks. So we'll try to do these. Maybe Martin Luther King weekend we can get together again.
We'll try.
So find us on Facebook, facebook.com/CitizenHo. Tweet us at CitizenHoPod, Instagram at CitizenHoPod, Google Play Music, iTunes, and Stitcher. Download, like, review. Share with your friends, your enemies.
Frenemies?
Frenemies. Your cousins, nephews, uncles, mothers, sisters, brothers.
Okay, now you sound desperate.
Well, Kevin
Maybe
will
a
suck
little.
your dick for you to download.
I'm not that desperate.
Okay. So for Citizen Ho, I'm Scott.
I'm Kevin.
Be excellent to each other.
Bye-bye.
Station!